What's going on, guys? Good morning. Taking a look here at Bitcoin Cash / US dollar. It's a daily chart on Bitstamp price data. We are on TradingView. Looks like we found some support at one of our levels for Bitcoin Cash down there at 95.67. So let me zoom in here. Bring the chart over a bit. So yesterday, which would have been the 13th of July, this green candle right here, pretty wild day. CPI, I believe, was the news event yesterday in the markets. So for yesterday, Bitcoin Cash, we had a low of 95.20. We had a high of 102.61. So I was looking for an area down there at 95.67. Should have been in yesterday's video. I said, keep your eye on that for the downside. Basically, you can look at these as in when the price gets either down to these levels I mentioned, you would look for support, and then to the upside, you would look for resistance. So far anyways, we found some support right around that 95.67 level that we mentioned in yesterday's video. So let me zoom in real quick to a 3-minute chart here. And you can see how we, so far anyways, have wicked down, found support right at our 95.67 area. So basically, these areas I mentioned on the chart, you can basically use them. Now, most of you probably aren't trading in and out of Bitcoin Cash, but let's say you are, or if you want to wait for a certain area to add to a position or maybe take some profits. So the downside targets I mentioned are areas where you could look to add to your position or get into a long trade. And then to our upside, when I mention these levels up here, it's the opposite. You could either look to take a short or look to lock in your profits. Now, of course, not financial advice. However you trade in and out of this is up to you. I am just sharing my opinion, of course, and of course I may be wrong. So we found support yesterday right around that 95.67. And if I jump back to the 3-minute, you can really see how it came into play quite nicely. Whether it's news driven or not, doesn't matter. And found support there. So, and then obviously moved higher. So if you were looking to add there at 95.67, let's see here where we're currently trading at right now. Looks like about 3.5% higher from that price area. So anyways, today's looks good so far. Off to a little bit of a rough start here this morning, 5 o'clock. At least over in the stock market futures, they are still working on their downtrend with some lower price targets similar to this. But for Bitcoin Cash, based on our most recent wedge lower here, we have a price target to the upside, at least right now. Depends on where we close today's candle. If we start to make new lows for the day, then these areas will be they will change and be pushed back in time. So right now we have the most recent upper price target right now is 122.90 for Bitcoin Cash. That is what we are watching as of now. But like I said, if the price continues to drop and make new lows for the day, this area will be removed and we'll have to wait until we start to see some more stronger action for Bitcoin Cash. So that would be, if we take from where we're trading at currently, looks like we're at 99.32. 99.30 is close enough. Up to our 122.90, right about there. That's a 23% move higher to the upside. That also gets us breaking out, making a higher high here. So far, we're still making new lows. We had a low here on the 17th of June, a low here on the 30th of June, and a new low yesterday on the 13th of July. So still making lower lows and lower highs, but the market, excuse me, will change its trend, usually printing a higher high, pulling back, printing a higher low, and then blasting off again to a higher high. So a couple things here before we wrap this video up. One, we found support at an area we were looking for. That's good. Two, so far today is not making new lows. That's also good. Now, depending on the Bitcoin and the rest of the market, we either are going to move higher here or we're going to put new lows in, and then we still have to have more patience to the upside. Still trading right around that $100. We're at 99.41 at the moment. I think it's a unbelievable deal at these levels. And of course, that's my opinion. To the upside, if we don't start to make new lows here for Bitcoin Cash, 122.90. So 23% move higher is our next area that the price will and could find some resistance, some trouble before moving higher. You can see how that correlates with this price action over here. A lot of wicks through that area before getting pushed away, moving down to some lower price targets. But hey, we're watching 122.90 unless we start to make new lows here. That is our plan. We do have higher price targets for Bitcoin Cash, 156.21, way up there. But if you know the history of Bitcoin Cash, this thing can move huge in a matter of days, hours. So when they're ready, it will go, but we're getting a nice pullback here. So basically, we would be looking for the lows to hold yesterday. If that doesn't happen, then we will have to reassess the upper price targets and have some more patience. But like I said, in the past couple Bitcoin Cash videos, we have been accumulating Bitcoin Cash right around the $100 mark, give or take, a little less, a little more, but not financial advice. Definitely not telling you to follow in my footsteps, but that is what we are doing if it matters to you. We have much higher price targets for Bitcoin Cash, but in the short term, 122.90. So that is a nice move from where we are at now. On the chart, I also have the moon phases, which are those circles on my chart. Like I said in the Casper video, not sure how much they really work for cryptocurrency, but they are interesting if you look at the stock market, the SPY chart, how markets can find bottoms and tops right around the major moon cycles. Pretty interesting. So that is going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. I'll zoom out here. Let me know your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash moving forward. Where have you been accumulating? Are you long? Are you short? Do you think the price is going higher, going lower? I'll mention real quick, we also have another lower price target, but right now that is not in play. Doesn't mean it won't come into play, but right now it's not. That is down at 90.67. So 90.67 is that area. Just like 95.67 was price support. If the price does continue lower, we would look for the same, but it would be down at 90.67. So the lower areas, we look for price to get down there and find support. The upper areas, we look for the price to move towards and then get denied and pushed away, at least for the short term. Even in uptrends, you'll get moves up to our levels. The price could stop for a short period of time and then continue through it onto the next target area. Just like to the downside, price moves down to it. Usually it will find support, have a reaction, move back up, and then it could also continue below that. But usually we'll get some reactions at these levels. That's my thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. We are very bullish on this long term. We think $100 is a steal. I believe Bitcoin Cash had a low in the mid to low 70s. So if this thing does continue lower, we could be heading back down to those levels. But I think the months or even longer ahead, we will see a much higher Bitcoin Cash than $100. All right, guys. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Hit the like button. Go ahead and join the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Check out our links in the video description. It does help support the channel. We have some merchandise over on Amazon. We have some merchandise over on Redbubble. Also have some links for Uphold and some other links in there as well. Appreciate it. Like I said, any questions, comments, go ahead and leave them down below. I try to get back to all of you. All right, guys, take care.